Hello refuelers, I want to take a moment and give a huge shout out to all those that made April's Super Drill, the Moving Readiness Exercise, and Vulcan 19 an incredible success. In a span of a week and a half, you stepped away from your regular jobs and families and completed a vast majority of 2019's performance and training requirements. I'll admit, we may have crammed a little too much in our sack, but every area of your effort was a huge success. Special recognition goes out to Colonel Metcalf's team that took the brunt of the readiness exercise requirements. Though they only represented roughly 10% of the wing population, they did 100% of the work, and the entire wing appreciates the long, sweaty hours that you invested. Awesome job.
I think the folks here they're highly motivated, they're highly expert. Really, they make the jobs of the commanders, myself, and my vice, Lieutenant Colonel Milne. Everyone on this team makes our job easy because what they're doing is they're really getting ahead of the problem. So when we go to them with a question, it's usually already answered. So we're able to take a very strategic 30,000 foot view, if you will. And folks are just problem solvers here on this team.
Thanks, Mike. As for Vulcan, what a blast. We worked hard, we trained hard, we got to know each other just a little bit better, and we had a great time doing it. I was personally thrilled to fly several of our newer airmen on an orientation flight and show them firsthand the mission that is the product of 1,100 airmen in the 117th. Another personal favorite was getting shot up by our security forces on the simunition range. It left a few bruises, but it left me with even more an appreciation of what our defenders do out here every single day. Now, here's a few words from your command chief and a couple other airmen about their experience at Vulcan.
Vulcan was a great experience. It was a real good turnout, real good for everybody in the wing, very good participation. I think it went great all the way through to return home.
For one, the classes were more pertinent to what we needed, being maintenance specific for a few of the days, and then the first day getting everything else knocked out of the way, you know, the EPRs and the other classes. I felt like it was a lot smoother this go round, and from what I heard from everybody else is that everyone else enjoyed it as well.
Gulfport allowed us to talk to and get to know other personnel from other AFSCs that perform different roles but share the same goals to ensure mission success.
I actually think it's a good idea. It's a good way to get people trained in a lump sum, so you're not trying to train one person here and train somebody there.
I think all in all it went well. Appreciate what everybody did again, and hope everybody had a wonderful time. We look forward to doing this next year. We're going to make it an annual event and build on it and make it a better participation.
At Vulcan this year, you saw empowerment in action. Squadrons took care of themselves and airmen looked out for one another. The MVP award, no doubt, goes out to our First Sergeant's Corps. I don't think they ever slept. Shirts, great job taking care of our folks all week. And also, a big shout out to our chief cook of the crawdads, Nick Contorno. The crawfish boil was awesome, and we definitely put a dent in the Mississippi seafood market by cooking over a 1/4 ton of crawdads and shrimp. For those that weren't able to attend, you missed a big event, and I hope you can join the wing next year. Speaking of awesome events, and backed by your popular demand, during October drill, we will stand down and recognize the family of the 117th. Let me be specific. Family is more than just the traditional sense of the word. It's inclusive of every person that is a part of our airmen's loyal support mechanism. And of course, this will always include our retirees. Like I said at Gulfport, the 117th patch makes us related, but true loyalty makes us family. What's next at the 117th? I'm glad you asked. During the commander's call last week, I unveiled the theme for our way ahead. While we will continue to push the big three of warriors back on mission, taking care of people, and developing tomorrow's leaders, we will now pursue them with a no tolerance for failure type mindset. A no-fail mission performed by a no-fail airman with no-fail leadership is to be our goal. This is way more than just a catchy phrase. It's a template for our performance. Our next opportunity for a no-fail mission is the upcoming exercise in Finland. Folks, this mission is of utmost importance, and it will be supported with redundancy, period. It is that important. As we approach our missions, we must think outside the box and be able to perform without modern conveniences. As I heard General Goldfein say just this week, and I quote, "We should treat every week as if it were the last week of peace. We only have between now and when the conflict starts to get ready," unquote. That really puts our mission and our job in perspective. Our people need to be personally trained, educated, and resilient at work and at home. And our leaders must be agile, mentored, trained, and then supported from above and below. Team, thanks for what you do every day. Sumter Smith Air National Guard Base is without a doubt the most operationally kinetic base in the Alabama National Guard. And you do the mission all day, every day, around the world, and with excellence. To our 24/7, 365 warriors, that being the Intel Squadron, the Noble Eagle Alert Force, the firefighters, the command post controllers, and our awesome defenders, I appreciate what you do. We live in a great nation, and its freedom is definitely not free. Refuelers, continue to look out for each other and take pride in what you do as you protect the American way of life. Remember, our job is not done until we can say offload complete.